Alright guys, welcome to Manifest Mowing. Let's make the vision a reality. Alright, so in today's video guys, I got questions about how much do I charge? Do you always try to make $100 an hour? And I'm going to try to wrap this in a framework that I hope you guys can understand. I focus less on what I make per hour and more about customer selection. Because when I feel like you have the right customers, the money will take care of itself. Alright, perfect example. When I first got started, one of my first customers I got, I'm not going to show you guys his property. And I know you guys are tired of looking at me, so I'm just going to run some random footage. I just had my basic setup, my push mower I've showed you guys before. I was mowing his lawn. I'd been mowing it all season, and the season was about to come to an end. And he just asked me how business was going. And I was like, it's going all right. I'm hanging in there. And he said something I'll never forget, guys. He goes, well, I just don't want you to hang in there. I want you to thrive. Because I want you to be my guy. I want your business to be so well. You're taking care of my property for years. I remember the first time I mowed his property. It was just his front yard, and I charged him $40. And he refused paying $40. He said it's not enough. He said always ask for what you're worth, and I always agree with paying fair market value for my services. And guys, I remember that, and it really, really stuck with me. And so that's what I sought out. From there on out, it's all about the kind of customer I have. For me, from that point on, it was all about relationships. Because people will pay a little bit more to deal with somebody that they like. Perfect example, guys, the property I did yesterday, where I did the leaves, the fertilization, and the weed control. When I met him 2.5 years ago, met him face to face, shook his hand, looked him in the eye. He said, you know what? You're a little bit more than the other guys, but I like you, and I'm going to roll with you. And see, guys, I've been doing this property 2.5 years. And see, I've done his gutters. I've cut down small trees. I prune trees. That mulch you see on his property, I installed that. And see, anything he needs, usually he calls me to do it. And for the most part, him and about maybe 30 of my other solid regular customers, to really be honest with you, I don't have to talk about price increases from year to year. Because they don't even ask me about prices. In fact, they don't even ask me about services. When he called me, he said he wanted the weeds and fertilization. He didn't even ask about the leads. But see, there's one of the keys to the foundation of my business. A lot of my customers leave it up to my discretion. Because what they say is, hey, Jay, I like you. I trust you. You're the professional. You do whatever needs to be done. And then you just let me know what I owe you. And we've been doing this for years, guys. And yes, it's not going to be like that in the beginning, but what I try to build my business clientele based off of is customers that have that mindset, because it makes it easier for me to make my business more profitable, more efficient, and more streamlined. And that's a weird situation for everybody. But guys, I had to build my clientele up to that point. It wasn't like that at the beginning. Because guys, I did a video the other day about doing price increases. But to be honest with you, most of my customers are really so thorough. I don't have to talk about price increase. I just raise them. I just charge more and they're fine with it, because most of these people, they're either business owners, they're retired, their finances are not in a constrained state, and they're reasonable people. They understand the cost of living and everything is going up. So it's not unreasonable for the cost of their lawn care to go up. And so, but these are things that you can figure out when you qualify people. I'll give you an example. Perfect example. When you do your retail shopping, you have options. Some people are Walmart people. Some people are Target people. Some people like Publix. Some like Kroger. Some like Whole Foods. To make a long story short, I'm not in the business of trying to get the Walmart crowd. That's not my clientele. If you're looking for the cheapest, lowest price, I'm never going to be your option. And you can find the answer to some of these questions when you pre-qualify customers. Ask them, why are you looking for lawn service? 9 times out of 10, the ideal customers either A, just moved to the area, or B, stop maintaining their own property because of health reasons or age. Because guys, I'm going to let you in on the secret. The customers you want aren't jumping from lawn care company to lawn care company A, and B, guys aren't giving them up. They're keeping them as long as possible because it's a good foundation to build your business off of, like I choose to do. But anyway, guys, you can get a lot of your questions answered during the qualifying stage. Like, hey, by the way, what happened to your last guy? If they're like, I can't find somebody good, you're the fourth person I've been on this year, that's not a good sign. I had another lady hit me up last year. She said, I had to let my other guy go because he was raising the prices. You're like the third person I've had come out. Nobody has anything I can afford. Why is everybody charging so much? I had to let her know, ma'am, I've had to raise my prices as well. It's the sign of the times. She's not going to be a good fit for my business. I had another gentleman, same situation. You're the 8th person I've had come out. If you can give me a reasonable price, the job is yours. Once again, guys, I'm not hurting for the business. I'm looking to acquire customers that are going to be a good fit for my business, that I can have a relationship with long term. And none of these fit the bill for what I'm looking for to build the foundation of my business on. And these are some tough decisions that you're going to have to make as well. Just because somebody needs their property mowed does not give them the right to have a permanent spot in your rotation. Yes, I might mow the property once or twice because money is money. But as soon as I find somebody that fits more of the bill than what I'm looking for a long-term customer, they're definitely going to get that slot. And I'm just going to price this person out to a point that I know they're not going to pay. And then you'll never have to worry about dealing with them again. And I just move on forward like that. So guys, when I'm qualifying customers, and I give them a price, and I go, well, that price is a little bit high, I always ask them, by the way, what were you paying with your last guy? Guys, they will tell you, and that'll give you a framework about what they're comfortable paying. And if they don't, I ask them, well, what were you expecting to pay? Because if it's a lawn where I would normally charge $60, $65, maybe even $70, and they say $30, $35, I know I'm just wasting my time, and it's just time to pack up and leave. Also, if it's a lawn and I quote them $60, $65 for the lawn, and they say, what all does that include? And I tell them, I'm going to mow, blow, and I'll edge the sidewalk in the driveway. And they say, that doesn't include the hedges. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably wasting my time because any sensible person knows that I'm not going to mow the lawn and do the hedges for $60. That's just somebody that's looking to get over. So that when you just sit down and listen to people, when you qualify them, when you talk to them, it'll give you a wealth of information. And I learned the hard way. God, you got to really listen to this information that they give you. Because if you just go in so excited to get a job, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to make this money, I'm going to take it regardless of what they want to pay, and you ignore the red flags, guys, it will come back to bite you in pain, aggravation, and frustration. Because customers that tend to be frustrating are frustrating all the time. They're not just frustrating some of the time. They make the job harder than it needs to be. They make the job more miserable than it needs to be. And guys, my profits skyrocketed and my peace of mind skyrocketed when I really focus on customer selection. You weed out the crazy customers that makes you want to pull your hair out. You won't mind doing this all day long. So focus, focus, focus. If you don't listen to anything from this video, please pay attention to this line. It'll save you headaches that I had to endure for about a year. All right, guys, so back to the point of this video question that I had. Do I try to make $100 an hour? Guys, making $100 an hour is fantastic, but it's not the be-all, end-all goal. I hope if you learned anything from the gist of this video, it is with the right customer selection, guys, you'll never have to worry about the money because the money will take care of itself by default. So that's where I put all my emphasis, my focus, and my chips, because not only the money will it take care of itself, my stress, enjoyment level for my job, what I'm doing hour after hour, day after day, month after month, and year after year will be peaceful and enjoyable and doable. And guys, you can't really put a price tag on that. So this video ran a little bit longer than expected, but if you found any value in this whatsoever, please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.